Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. Today, I am taking a trip up to the Adirondacks. Before we get into that upload, though, a couple links. As you know, I rely on Patreon, PayPal, and my merch to help the channel to continue to grow and go. The links to Patreon and PayPal are in the description below. My merch displayed directly under the video. Also, Dogman Frightening Encounters Volume 1, 2, and 3, the audiobook versions. They were written and researched by Tom Lyons, narrated and produced by me, Jeffrey Nadolny. Those audiobooks are available on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes, the links to which are also in the description as well. And last, but certainly not least, if you'd really like to help the channel to continue to grow and go, just simply subscribe and click the like button. It's fast and it's free. Now, everyone, I have taken far too much of your time. Let's get on with today's upload. Shall we? Alright, guys. Well, I'm back in the Adirondacks, and it is absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to take a quick turn around of the camera to show you exactly where I am. This is the location that Tom Messick disappeared. So nothing as far as the eye can see. So on that November 15th, 2015 day, Tom Messick was hunting out here, and it's pretty creepy out here, guys. I mean, you're just out in no man's land. I mean, here, look. So I don't know what happened to him, but I will not let this case rest. He deserves more than just a quiet end to his life. I know that I know that he was sitting here for a couple hours, so it must have been cold that day. News articles that I've read said that it was raining, but people that I've talked to that were involved in the search said the first couple of days were nice. So, look how beautiful this is. Look how beautiful that is, guys. It's hard to imagine an apex predator could live out here and hunt human beings. It's terrifying. I mean, here, let me hit pause so I can get you a shot of this mountain. So that's the trail I'm on, and go straight up, and that's a mountain in front of me. And then, of course, it ends, but that's part of the mountain that I'm hiking on right now. Just absolutely gorgeous. It's truly bizarre and horrifying that a dogman or a pack of dogmen could live out here and hunt human beings. Now, on top of him disappearing, one of the most strangest things in my eyes would be the fact that the FBI got involved. I mean, why would the FBI get involved? Wow, that's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. So, he was not a tender-aged youth. He was not crossing state lines. He, I don't know, he disappeared. Normal disappearances. The FBI doesn't get involved unless state lines are crossed. So that's a big key that shows me or tells me that there was something other than a disappearance. Just like the woman who, the FBI photographer who disappeared in North Carolina. It just baffles me to no end. Wow, this is gorgeous. I just still can't get over the fact that, we just don't, normal people don't think that these things are out here lurking. While we're hiking a little bit, I just want to go on a hike up here for a little while and kind of talk to you guys and just do a different video. Whoa. I don't know what that is. It doesn't. This looks like mudslide or whatever. But brought a little encounter to share with you guys on the hike. Damn. This is a hike, huh? My neuropathy's gonna be killing me tonight. I can tell you what, I'll be crying. Alright, so let me take a minute here. Stand on this rock. So, really quick. Hang on. So, this account, to me, sounds like a Dogman. I don't know. A couple law enforcement agents that I've talked to around this area, around my area, just local, county, I think it's Sasquatch, but my wife and I were off the trail taking some photos since she works as a model. I wanted to get some pictures of her by a creek. There was a small Volvo or Audi parked at the trailhead. When we got to the trail, signed the registration. Whoa. And, whoa, what the We'd been at this location for 30 minutes when we heard a very deep sound, almost a roaring sound, a very large mammal. I'm an experienced backpacker, had years of experience in the Boy Scouts, which I have too. I was an explorer actually after the Boy Scouts because my troop kind of folded up and we started an explorers troop, which is boys and girls, and it's more difficult tasks and stuff. I've encountered bear on occasion. I've had to take food bags away from a very large bear that stole hikers' food. I've had experiences with bobcat, coy dog. No animal that I have ever heard in the High Peaks region. Possibly a Sasquatch encounter I had 10 years ago. The sound was so distinct, low, almost a cross between a scream and a growl. I'd never heard anything like it in my life. Made all the hair on the back of my neck stand up. I've never been so frightened in my entire life. Tried to keep my cool for my wife's sake. The sound began to get closer and closer to us across this little stream. It's actually a little stream that's running underground. Let me show you. So it's right there, but it's coming from up here. And it just keeps going, guys. I mean, I'm deep in the freaking Adirondack Park right now. The sound began to get closer and closer from the other side of the creek that we were at. It made this blood-curdling scream, yell, at least 7 times. As it approached us about 25 feet away. As it came through the woods, we could hear large branches breaking. We could tell it was circling us. The sound soon stopped. We could feel this thing, whatever it was, looking at us. We quickly gathered our things and ran down the trail. The whole time we could hear this very large animal tracking us to our right along this creek. Hang on 1 minute, guys, sorry. In this location, though, not this one that I'm at right now, but where this story had taken place, police chased a Sasquatch into the woods 20 miles from the location a decade before. So, I don't know. But my area is full of encounters. A lot of people don't, sorry about the camera, a lot of people don't realize that New York is just a lot of farmland, a lot of woods, it's immense. 6 million acres is what the Adirondack Park is. 6 million acres. Now, the night I had my encounter, my friends and I weren't even near, the woods were dense, but not nearly as what I'm in right now. And it's just so strange to me that the government can allow these things to exist out here and not tell us. But like, what the fuck was that? But like Terry and I were talking about the other day, Terry from North Carolina, tourist industry, paper industry. You start talking about these things existing out in these beautiful state lands or federal lands, and nobody's gonna want to come out here. But to me, after reading about and learning about and looking into the FBI photographer disappearing, and then thinking about how Tom Mezek disappeared with the FBI involvement, that tells me that the government definitely knows, definitely just almost wants to monitor it, if you know what I'm saying, just to keep an eye on things, see how things are going. What in God's name is that? I don't know if you guys can see over through. There's something down that hill. I have no idea what it is. Let me pause my camera. Alright, I'm off the trail now. But down in there is where I heard something. I have no clue what it is. But I mean, here, look. There's nothing but state land around me right now. I'm gonna walk on a little more, head to my car. Alright, so I don't know if you guys will think this video is stupid, but I just kind of wanted to take a walk, take a hike, get out. I don't have much to say. I didn't really think about recording up here today. I don't know. I'll finish this video off with a couple of encounters when I get home though. Alright? Thanks for coming with me, and I hope you enjoyed the scenery. So on my way home, I'm driving, and I got about a good, 45 minutes to an hour ride home after going up to HorrorCon. And I start thinking about all kinds of stuff. And I start thinking about the FBI and the statement I made with the FBI becoming involved in the Tom Mezek case and the Kathleen Miller FBI agent who was tragically killed in the middle of the woods in North Carolina. Now, I started to think about the puzzling way the FBI came into upstate New York. And apparently, they came in, well, really quick, okay. I just want to clarify something. A lot of people are new to the channel, and people are like, watch David Politis 411 Hunted if you want info on that case. I don't really need to watch that because I have my uncle who is in the movie. He's the undersheriff. I interviewed him in an upload I did a year ago. And so I have like firsthand knowledge of everything that went on. Well, not everything, but so I'm on my way home, and I remembered, when I was interviewing my uncle and a couple other folks, that I had said I asked if the FBI was involved in the case. I didn't ask like how they came in and what was the explanation given. Apparently, they were not even expected. They were. It sounded funny right there. That was pretty funny. They weren't expected. They show up at the fire station out of the blue in a vehicle, in an SUV, with New York plates on it, New York government plates on it. So that means they came from Albany. And they then kind of just, they didn't take the case over. They monitored things and watched things how they went down. I asked my uncle, I was like, well, who was responsible for the search? And it was Department of Encon, or DEC, or DNR as other states call them, and New York State Police, and then the county of Warren. And then the FBI was just lurking in the shadows, which was very strange. They did not go into the woods. They were not a part of any of the search. They looked at schematics of the search grid and search area, but they didn't go out in the woods. So why would they come up here? They could have easily had that information, emailed to them just as easy. It was like they needed to make their presence known. Which just, I've said it a couple different times. Unless they were a tender-aged youth or crossed state lines. And the noise that was heard that day, one person said, you didn't mention the noise. Well, I have multiple times. I don't mention it every video I make. Up here we have a lot of weird noises. We actually have had earthquakes, and we have a dormant mini volcano in the Adirondacks as well. I don't know if this metallic sound was possibly shifting of plates, tectonic plates or whatnot, or a portal opening, or what. Or what it could have been was, it could have been when Tom Mezek was pulled up into the trees, his gun or whatever, any kind of metallic object he had on him dropping and then being picked up again. I don't know. I didn't hear the sound. No one heard the sound except one person in the party. So no one was there, so we got to take him at his word. Why would he lie about a sound? We can only make speculation on what that sound was. We really can't be like, well, it was this, it was that. I don't know what it was. It's strange. I know there's a lot of strange things that go on in the Adirondacks. Like I said, there was in the 50s and 60s, 40s and 50s, a undisclosed military base, classified military base up in Indian Lake, which I believe they were using children to, create super soldiers out of young kids. Maybe it was the FBI came up because, I don't know, maybe it was something to do with that. I have no clue. There was a case where a little boy went missing. His last name was Prine, and up in the Adirondacks, that last name is huge because Prine was a paper baron and a wood baron. The whole reason Glens Falls, New York exists is because of Finch Prine, which is a paper mill. His great grandson, whatnot, disappeared, never to be found again. And I think the FBI may have been involved in that. I do believe that because it was a tender-aged youth. But Tom's not. It's just very strange. I did make a phone call to the Albany, New York FBI office, asking for a response, and I did fill out a Freedom of Information asking about what I can get from that case. I did that actually after I got home from being up north making that little video, 16 minutes. I could have made it longer, but I really didn't have a lot to talk about. I wanted to really just enjoy the day. It's been really rainy and crappy up here, so, but I can tell you what, there was some weird noises up there, like something was walking below that ridge I was on. I know I'm on the right track about Kathleen Polis Miller, and I'm not going to get into why, but I know I'm on the right track. She was the woman that was found in Nantahala National Forest in North Carolina back in 2019. She was an FBI photographer. So whatever stone I'm turning over, I'm apparently turning over the right one when it comes to that case. And I will say I was not threatened, but I know I'm on the right track. I don't know. It's just, these cases are baffling to me. And I'm starting to put a connection to them. A few, not all. Just like I don't think all attacks that are, supposedly dog attacks are all cryptid attacks. I don't believe that. I'd be silly to believe that. But I don't know. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to end that video discussing a little bit about what I think. I do think we have dogmen up here. And here's another reason why I think that is because I was in high school when they released the wolves back to the Adirondacks. 2 years later, there were, I don't remember the amount they released, but it was a big amount. 2 years later, there was less than, I think, 20. Now, I think we'd be lucky if we spotted 2. An apex predator released that thrived for the first year. The second year dwindled rapidly. So, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the little hike I took And next time I go out, I'm going out with, I'm going to put together some things and make sure that we really have a good time next time. This was just going to be like a little hike. You know, I just wanted to get outside. I brought my camera with me, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, may the Great Spirit watch over us all, and may He guide us down that path that we call life. And now that spring is here, guys, be safe in our woods, especially if you're going camping. Be safe.